I actually would like to hear the story. What was this note that was about to be thrown away?
Well, I wasn't there at the dim sum when they discovered it, but my dad had this whole archive of documents that he saved from his dad, who passed away in 2003. And I don't know how many hours they were going through those documents, but they found this little scrap of paper like this big. They could have easily slipped through the cracks. And it got translated. They ran it through the village database, and they're like, this is the one.
I remember actually getting that note from John, and Steve was CC'd on it, and Walter and things like that.
Yeah,
Walter had a lot to do with it.
It was really exciting because we actually went from nothing, like seriously nothing, to a piece of paper with an actual village name on it. We're not sure if it's yours or not, but doing some research, it's pretty. I wouldn't say. We say this all the time. We can't guarantee everything else. It's the judgment of open mind. But we were really excited when we saw that piece of paper. Can you tell us again where we're going and who are we visiting, the village that we're visiting?
We are going to Chung Lao, and this is where my grandfather comes from, my father's father, and I believe his mother as well, but I'm not really sure about that part. But yeah, this will be the first time anyone's been back to the village in probably 50 years at least. Really, the only story I ever heard about the village was one that my grandfather told my father, that when he was born, he was an only child, and he was a very weak baby. And the story is that when he was first born, they didn't think he was going to survive, so they just left him outside near the well or something like that. And then he survived the night, and they were like, okay, maybe he's going to be okay. And they took him back in the house and raised him after that.
That's your grandfather?
Yeah. That's really the only story I've ever heard.
I know yesterday, right after our debriefing, you mentioned that you wanted to find a tree of significance, maybe a really old tree for the village. Is there any reason why you would like to look for it?
I just have a very strong connection with trees. I learn a lot from them, and I would love to see the oldest tree in the village and just think about everything that tree has witnessed in the village.
It's very fitting too, since we are searching for our roots, right?
Yes, and of course.
Bánh trà có gì muốn gì là có gì mà đi có gì mình tặng係佢正午嘅啫喎，即係最真特別佢真係搞嗰條路，即係發動咧鄉親海內外鄉親支持嘅咩公益啦。
So he's hoping that maybe in the future you can be the representative of people from the
上海政府那個粉飾係嘛，即係翻譯
to maybe come back more often.
冇啦，冇啦啦，
誒，現在開始。
你唔該你我解釋佢有呢個正義史嘅。嗰啲
阿麥生啊。馬生，我哋而家去緊
去嗰個
we're going to your ancestral home. Really? Your grandfather's house. 即係揾到啦。
爛晒咯。
They did research.
都食啲人哋咯。
They're saying someone came back a few years ago to visit us.
係嘛？揭地團咪揭地團。
花咪幾嘢，你啲自己翻過嚟，自己人哋翻過嚟。哦，
你問佢咪得咧？
阿爺，你個翻譯嘅阿爺。
阿爺。 They said someone came back before. Do you know? Do you recollect anyone coming back?
Someone came back.
Yeah, he mentioned that someone actually came back before. 你見唔見阿衰翻過來
How
啊？
long ago?
阿衰翻過來啊？你見唔見啊？
我唔驚佢咯，你哋話佢就啲個攞飯嚟嗨過又蒸翻佢哋，蒸話蒸又冇乜嘅咧蒸。
佢咪退啊？佢阿爺已經過咗身啦。
我先嚟搣嚟佢咯。
Yeah, he said he doesn't really remember, but there was a few people coming back to visit the ancestral home.
I don't know who that would have been.
係啦，個擺啦，係個擺，得啦，個擺就得啦，個擺，擺幾下就得啦。得啦，裝落去得啦，拎我哋裝。
擺啲糖果餅喺度咯，
嚇？
使唔使擺？
咩啊？
我話擺啲糖果啊餅喺度咯。
你同佢有咩關係㗎？即係個
我冇我都齊啊嘛。
你有 news 嚟係
誒，我都齊為父要先啊嘛。
It looks like crown molding. Pop out the nails. Probably refinish this. You can probably see about maybe ask.
Yeah, that's definitely ass.
Yeah. Pop out the nails of these. Refinish it, smooth it, you probably. Hey, Al. See about getting this.
Can we take this?
Can you take it? Oh, you can take whatever it is. Anything with a big lumber piece. You want it?
Yeah, you could probably finish this, stand it up nice.
佢呢個木要木攞唔攞得翻去喎？佢問你，呢啲爛木攞唔攞得翻？
我話快攞嚟乜啊？
佢攞嚟紀念。
我廿年我會得啦。
You take it this way。
係。
佢攞紀念，冇嘢係。
See the spider? Yeah, it's yellow and black. What do you think?
It's perfect.
This house is very important because it's constructed with the highest material. They're all scholars. These bricks are thinner and more compact. And it's very high door. Not the lower door. The door is the scholar's house.
Three bows.
Stick it in the ground.
話會買嘅。
你好，你好，你好，你
Where's
好
the。well?
Right there.
係啦，我哋係啦，我有通路，好快過啦。好，我唔見到通路，好快啊，好快過啦。
Made on.
好啦，我哋係 OK 啦。
đầu khi cái video này cùng tụi bạn này hai đàn gắn cờ chứ hai về hay á thì trung cúc này là đâu即係個個人都唔同啦，有啲即係好冇地方，即係我係第一代。
拉旗我冇，呢拉煙冇啊！要白旗冇咧，係煙白嚟㗎啦。係嘛？要白啊
At least 100 years old.
你幫我食咗啲。
I'll stand right.
英領會啦，嗰個英語領會啦，多啲。
I want to tell him about the well. that well is the only image that I had in my mind. And I think about it all the time that my grandpa could have just died in that well and that would have been the end of our family. And yeah, we made it. That's what I want to tell my dad.
What was the first thing that went through your mind when they said you get to go see an ancestral home? Because we came in with nothing, and now someone said, hey, you have a home to go back to.
I think I was in shock after yesterday's experience. I thought we were going to have a roller coaster like that. That's what I was mentally prepared for. So I was really surprised when they were just like, yeah, the house is right here. I think it's going to take me a long time to process it, that actually even happened. It was an amazing relief.
Would you say that it met your expectation?
I had very little expectations. I would have been happy to just stop at the village gate. So everything that happened above that was just amazing. So much gratitude for every moment.